Just, can you just go through, like, in that game you kept playing, when did it hit the point that you realized this isn't a good idea?
Yeah, I remember I had that partial breakaway,
Yeah.
and usually on any given day I'm very confident, and I knew right when I shot it, it was a complete muffin. So, and I just knew like my finger was killing me right when I shot it too. So, I knew kind of then, and just every time I touched the puck and it was bothering me, I feel like I wasn't playing the way that I needed to play, and yeah, just eventually just couldn't really hold on to my stick. So, it was kind of shitty that it happened, but it's part of the game. So, first time going through it, so it's going to be a new experience for me, but something that going to tackle head on and be better because of it.
This has to be disappointing, right?
Yeah, I mean, all I want to do is be out there. You train so hard, train so long in the summer that felt the best I've ever felt coming to this year, and just a little bump in the road. But now take this time to not sulk in it, but when I come back, that I don't want to just be status quo. I feel like there's going to be a level to my game that I know I'll be able to get to with these next couple weeks.
How's your recovery been so far, and how have you been passing your downtime away from the ice?
It's been a long couple days, but it's everything's going in the right direction. It's today was the first day of able to start to do stuff, and I feel like that's going to keep me sane. But yeah, I mean, whenever the guy's playing, you're not playing. It's all you want to do is be out there and go to battle with them, help them out, and so that's probably been the toughest part is not being able to be around in those moments, but I feel like can help from afar and just try to stay around and throw some things that I see from watching but no, I think it's going to be tough, but the guys have been so great, and we've always been talking about the game and talk about different stuff like that. So hasn't been much of a change. Just want to be out there helping them out.
Sorry,
when you mentioned it was the finger, but was it your thumb?
It was my thumb. So just must have went in the board funny, and yeah, happens.
What can you tell us about the surgery? How long it lasted, and just maybe as much detail about what they did?
Yeah, I mean, they've fully repaired the ligament. I think it was fully torn and restabilized the joint. So I think I was under for a nice little 2-hour nap. So I was pretty fired up about that. But yeah, no, it was good. They said it went awesome, went very smooth, and yeah, I went to New York yesterday for a checkup, and they're very happy with how it went.
Awesome. And do you know when you're going to be back? Is it a specific date that you're targeting right now?
I think that's kind of too early to say. I mean, of course, I'm going to try to get back the first possible day, and I haven't really looked at what that kind of day is, but I mean, I know it's I may be able to skate now, so it's only kind of been 9 days off the ice, so I feel like the legs and the conditioning will kind of stay. Will stay, but it's just going to be a little bit be able to stick handle and shoot like that. So whenever this feels good enough to go, it's probably going to be that first game I'll be back.
Do you think you can still play at the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I think the timeline that came out, it gives enough time to before that. So that's not really in my thought process mindset. My sole focus is getting back to help this team and get ourselves in the best spot possible.
Roman Yossi ever reach out to you?
Yeah, he did. He texted me. I feel like it was nice of him to do that. Of course, he didn't have to, and yeah, it's part of the game. Stuff like that happens.
Can you give us an idea of what your routine now with the team? What you can do to help this team going through the season?
Yeah, trying to stay in all the meetings. Stay a part of the game reviews from the game before. Try to be here all the mornings and before the games, just hanging out, just shooting with the boys and just staying a part of it. I mean, it's tough. All I want to do is go out there for warm-ups, go out there and play, but stuff like that, just kind of watch in the room and watch with the guys that aren't playing and just kind of pick each other's brains about what we see and how we can help. In intermissions, if guys have ask us anything, if we can just give them our input from afar. But yeah, just for me, it's staying a part of it, stay a part of the group, and I feel like it's easy to kind of go out on your own island and sulk a little bit, but for me, and I feel like for a lot of guys, it's good for you mentally just to be a part of the group and help out in any way that we can.
Brady, you missed those 10 games last year, and you're kind of like a man of steel. Before that, I know you'd hardly missed anything. How different do you think missing the games this early in the season is going to be compared to missing last year?
Yeah, I mean it's experience that I don't like. Missing time. I've always prided myself of grinding through things and trying to play a full 82 game season and yeah, it's tough, but these are a lot of the things I'm playing with can't really control and can't really grind through. But yeah, just about I guess being okay with it and knowing that there's so much hockey after when I get back but for the meantime just trying to help out and control the things that I can and so when I get back that not just smooth sailing but ready to rock when we get back.
Last year though, like you would almost clinch that playoff spot when you were out and clinched. I think you said you were here watching in bed. But is it different just that it's this early in the season and not being able to help your team try to get into that position?
Yeah, no, I mean for sure, it's definitely tough. The start of the season, you want to put yourself best position possible, and I think with our group, it's we're right there. The last two games could have easily gotten. Last night we got a point, but the game before could have gotten a point, 2 points, and same as last night. So I think we're right there, and I know everything's magnified at the start of the season, but what I've been saying to the guys and to kind of everybody in this organization, I have the full belief and faith in this group, and I wouldn't even say turn it around, but just I know we're getting back to our identity and not leaving games up to chance that we're now, I wouldn't say now, but full 60-minute effort and really starting to play our way.
Before the season started a couple days ago, you met with the media and you said this is the deepest team you've ever played on since joining this team. What qualities and reasons why with this roster that made you say that? Like, why do you feel this team's the deepest team you've ever played on?
I believe that anybody out there can play against anybody. There's not anybody that you have to shelter or kind of hide away from, and I really believe that everybody has the capability of getting the job done and not just doing an okay job, but doing a really good job and helping the team win. So, and I still stand by that, and I know that we're right there, but and everybody will say that there's another level that we can get to, but I know we're going to get to, and it showed last night, and the boys will be ready to go tomorrow.
Was that the kind of hockey you want to see from the team? Like you're talking about identity. Yesterday, was that the level you're expecting?
For sure. I think didn't give up much, and I think that's what we pride ourselves on last year. And I know last year doesn't automatically translate to this year. You have to, you have to re-earn it, that identity, and I think last night was exactly that. What we've preached from day one, and 60 minutes and not giving up much. And if they're going to get offense, they have to earn it. And but we're not just going to hand things over to them. And I love the resilience in the third period that can easily start trading chances. But you really it was a big power play goal at the start, and then great screen, great shot by Shabby, and then just a very, very solid 18 minutes of hockey to get that point. So and then anything can happen in overtime. So I think that's just what we pride ourselves on and something to build on for tomorrow.
Over the past couple of days, we've heard David Perron and Jake Sanderson particularly speak up about the team's mentality. In your absence, how have you seen the rest of the leaders on the team step up? I wouldn't even say it's with me or without. I've seen for the first couple of games that guys, I wouldn't say are coming out of their shells, but are demanding more out of themselves and then the group. And once you say something from the group in front of the group, you're holding yourself to that standard of I'm saying it, that means I got to do it. And I feel like, let's just say, it went from 5 guys to 10 guys over last year to this year. So it's just
guys are stepping up, demanding more out of themselves and their teammates, and holding ourselves to a higher standard.
What have you thought of just Tim Stutz on the left wing? Have you given him any advice just to play that position as well?
Yeah, no, I don't think he needs much advice. He's such a phenomenal player that shows that he can play anywhere, any position, and with anybody, and is a dominant player in that fashion. So, of course, I'm always there, but the way he played and the way he just kind of controls a game and the line and the plays that he makes, it's something special.
Do you think he puts more pressure on himself with you out of the lineup to succeed offensively?
I don't know. Those are, I wouldn't say conversations that we have. I think he's one of the best players in the world, and I don't think he needs to put that pressure because, like I said, we have such a deep team that anybody can play with anybody and have great success. And I would say no, he doesn't put pressure because we have such a great team that everybody can do the job.
Is Tim generally someone who puts a lot of pressure on himself, regardless of the immediate situation?
I think the best players in the world always put pressure on themselves to perform and be at their best every single night, and it's not just the offensive side. I think for Timmy that he puts pressure on himself for all aspects of his game he wants to be the best at, and I think it shows that face-offs, just for example, this year he's one of the best in the league, and he really put that commitment, time, and effort into getting better, and I think that's what makes him so special as a player and as a person, that all aspects of game life he wants to be at his absolute best for.
Brady, just sorry to go back to the thumb. Are you worried that maybe your shot's going to be affected after this?
I hope not. So no, I haven't thought. I know I've belief and trust that everything went exactly how it needed to go, and now it's on me to put that work in, and so yeah, I guess the responsibility will fall on me, and I won't let that shot get any worse. So get it better.
They tell you when you might be able to handle the puck again and start shooting again at what week that might be?
Yeah, it's the timeline's usually 3 or 4 weeks after, so there's gonna be a lot of skating without pucks. So that'll be plenty of fun. But there's a lot of things in my game where don't need pucks, but can get a lot better. And so I'm excited about that challenge and fixing up any weaknesses and turning them into strengths.
And I know you said you're going to try to get back as fast as you can. Did the surgeon though tell you when he expects the timeline to be for you?
Yeah, somewhere in that 6 to 8 week range. So whatever kind of the team release is the window that we're looking at, and just whenever that first day is possible, is make it happen.
Considering the fact that there's all these expectations on your team, I know you're not thinking of the Olympics, but that's a little further down for you. And even before that first game against Tampa, you admitted, there might have been some first game nerves. To just have this happen to you 3 games in, how does that feel to have such a setback so early in a season where there's so much riding on your team and yourself?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough test mentally, but I think with that it's an opportunity to face that adversity and get better because of it, and be a better person, player, leader, and it's an opportunity to grow in that aspect. So trying to look at it that way, that stuff like this happens, and now it's an opportunity to find different levels to me as a person and me as a player.
What's your message to fans who are hoping to come to games and see Brady and now have to wait 6 to 8 weeks? What's your message for them?
Yeah, it's I miss them more and miss playing in front of them more than it's tough. It stinks. I always appreciate their support and their well wishes, and we'll be back before we know it, and be ready to rock, and we'll need them every step of the way for our team, and can't wait to see them soon.
Have you gotten a lot of messages from fans, or have you heard from people in the community?
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have reached out, social media and people around the neighborhood, and wish me all the best, and it's so thankful, so appreciative that have the support that we do, and I'm very lucky to be in this position to make an impact, and looking forward to. I already have that time frame in my head that I just can't wait to get back playing in front of this fan base. It was kind of short-lived for that first game, but it's going to make that excitement even more when we get back.
What about that video from the Chio kids?
That was so awesome. That caught me by surprise, and that was probably the day where I was grinding the most mentally. That definitely put a smile on my face, and just such amazing people in this city, and you know, the kids at Chio are very special as well.
I just don't know when I'm going to get to chat with you again. And James Duthie had this trailer that came out for his book, and there was a story about you messing with Claude Giroux's sticks. I just watched the footage and I remember that game. Have you hashed that out with Claude? Like, what was his reaction to you afterwards?
I got the silent treatment. Yeah. Very lucky that we won that game, because after the first period, I tried talking to him, and it was like I was invisible. So, yeah, but I think it was after the game and after we won that game, we laughed about it. But yeah, that's something that completely went over my head, and I just totally forgot about. And then once it happened, I was Peter panicked. So I was like, oof, I'm going to be in some trouble after this one. So, no, it was a good story and something that we still laugh about.
Besides the silent treatment, did he ever get you back?
No, but he just keeps putting that. He's like, I'm going to get you back one day. And just, I think he forgets sometimes, but once that gets brought up, he always reminds me.
Sorry for asking another question that has nothing to do with your injury, since we don't know when we'll
Yeah.
have you again, but you've done it before, but I'm curious what it's like to hit an opposing player into a player bench. Like, I know
Yeah.
you've done that before, and
A question I didn't expect today.
It's the first started working out.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, it's unreal. Like, I feel like,
What do you remember about the time you did it?
what's that?
What do you remember about the time I forget which team you
It
did
was
against?
Jersey,
Yeah.
and did it, and I remember right after it was Dermy was on the bench, and he stood up, and I don't know if he like whacked me or something, but I was like, all right, that's probably my last hit of the night. So yeah, but yeah, no, I feel like you grow up and you're like, oh, I want to just hit somebody in the bench, and when it happens, it's pretty neat. So take it.
Do you have a favorite hit of your career?
Yeah, I mean that one, or maybe some of the Four Nations ones are probably the top.